My name is Feruza Winiche Salisu. I work with Wilde Ganzen Foundation as a project officer on the Giving for Change project. The communities of practice is one of the focus areas of the Giving for Change project, which one seeks to promote local philanthropy. The communities of practice is made up of practitioners of philanthropy and other civil society organizations working in different thematic areas. It's made up of 35 organizations in total across the country. And for today's meeting, we had our quarterly reflection meeting. Every year, we do bring together all our partners on the Giving for Change project to provide a platform for them to learn and share experiences on local philanthropy and how to promote their work. For this particular session, we were looking at how to re-engage on the communities of practice and also provide an opportunity for resource persons or individuals to share their experiences around advocacy and influencing, as well as mobilizing for change.
Today we are meeting because we have this quarterly meetings. So this is the first quarterly meeting we are having this year. And when we meet, what we do is we firm up an action plan for the year. And this year's action plan, we are looking at working around the issues around tax incentives. Because within Ghana, even though non-profits can get tax reliefs, there's also challenges with accessing those reliefs, but there's also challenges with the tax regime in terms of incentivizing philanthropy. So this is something we are working on this year. We are also working on other issues, including mobilizing people around the philanthropy conversation. So we're going to have a Ghana Philanthropy Forum. We're also going to have a civil society forum. We are also going to engage on issues around the right to information to make it much easier for us to access information, because within the philanthropy landscape, you need information, you need data to do this kind of work. So this is why we are here today.
Girl Shall Grow is part of Star Ghana's COP and Giving for Change projects. We've journeyed with them for over 3 years now, and today has been another wonderful session. The reason being that we are being strengthened in one way or the other to help our organization grow, to be able to partner with other organizations, and to be able to generate funds internally. This is what we call local philanthropy, and local philanthropy is what is sustaining most of our organizations. And today we are being advocated, or we are being admonished to take it a step further. We are being encouraged to strengthen our relationship with people we solicit for funds from. We are being encouraged to build good bond with the people we work with, so that raising funds from them locally will not be a problem at all. And I think it's going well.
We live in a system where people think that philanthropy is about the very rich people, but of course everybody can participate in philanthropy. And so it is important that we have everybody on board, because local philanthropy is more sustainable in terms of the development work that we do. If you are relying on external donors and they pull out, what happens? And your problems are not solved. And so as an individual and as a person working within an organization, I see local philanthropy as the more sustainable pathway for us to undertake, and so that we can be able to address all the numerous challenges our communities are faced with.
As we're promoting local philanthropy, we need people to volunteer their time. Because when we're discussing issue of coalition building or movement building, the facilitator was talking about the fact that they needed to sacrifice. They needed to invest their own resources. They needed to be consistent with their engagements. I think these are my key takeaways, that we need to be consistent with our engagement with the communities. We must, the issues must be adaptable. No, the issues keep changing. The issues that we are talking about keep changing at each point in time. And we must be flexible, adaptive, to be able to respond to some of these changes that come along our advocacy.
Advocacy is a process. And in the past, we always wondered if we have a periodic time frame structured program or project. We want to wait until the end of the project, then we'll go looking for impact. But I've just been told, or I just learned, that even in the process, as attitudes begins to change, as practices, culture begins to change in the chain of advocacy, we can track the impact, we can track the results, and use that to be able to scale up.
What we are trying to say is that government, in their policy formulations, should recognize philanthropy as something we need to embrace now, the situation in which we are. Everybody needs to accept this in our small ways. We should all try to volunteer our time. In our small way, we should all donate towards social causes. That's the only way we can get around this. We cannot depend on donors all the time, because they are finally coming with conditions sometimes are not favorable to us. When we look internally, we look at the strengths we have, the network we have, the resources we have, we can do a lot of things on our own. And that's one of the things that we are getting to realize in the fight trying to promote local philanthropy, that communities have a lot of resources, but the process of letting the community reflect on the resources that they have is in itself empowering, and we need to look at that more. And trust me, when we promote this as a national policy, we'll see a lot of interventions going on in communities.